Alright, 97.7 Outlaw Radio FM listeners, you already know what time it is. It is 8:30 p.m. on the east and 5:30 p.m. on the west. And we got the one, the only, the king of the underground. We got Tru Werdz on the line. How are you doing this evening?
Hey, what's going on, DJ Immortal? What's going on, peoples?
Ah, man, I'm doing good, man. I'm doing good. Hope everything is all well with you out there.
Yeah, everything's good. Trying to hold it down here for the family because of this pandemic bull. You know how it is, man. Trying to stay safe.
Hey, man, it's the best way to be, man. If you don't want me asking, man, what's it like out on your end, man? Because I know down here we're hitting that second wave, man. We're getting hit hard, bro.
Pretty much, they're really trying to keep it under control in a sense. Kids are being homeschooled and stuff like that. I still got to go to work and shit. Bills got to get paid. At the end of the day. So, but it's pretty cool, man. People are really like, social distancing and wearing their masks. We have like temperature checks at our jobs and shit like that, man. So it's pretty cool. So far, so good.
Hey, man, at least you guys are keeping safe down there, man. That's the main thing.
Yeah, man, but you know how it is, man. The youth, the youth out here that they still want to party, they still want to go out, have fun, and still do those things and shit. You know what I'm saying? And they just don't care about the older people. They might get the older people sick and stuff like that. We just got to be careful with them, and we should be all right.
Hey, man, most definitely. But I want to take you back, man, when things were much more simpler, man, I think for everybody in the world. Back when you actually first started out, man, in music. But I have to ask you, what actually made you decide to get into the music industry?
Well, music was always in me, man. I used to break dance, and then it moved up to DJing, and then dancing some more and stuff like that. Listening to like DJ Marley Moore and all those cats and shit got me into really like into the music, into the hip hop music, real heavy, real heavy. That I caught myself actually writing. You know what I'm saying? I just started writing and writing and writing. I didn't know what I was writing really good, and I didn't even know what was a 16 bar. I just overwrote. Every time I wrote, I was doing like 22 bars, 23 bars, 24 bars. I didn't really, know anything about that, but I know I had skills in writing and shit like that. So then I decided to to try it for myself. You know what I'm saying? Because I used to ghostwrite as well. So I used to ghostwrite for some people and shit like that, and until my little brother, he actually said, you know what, get on the mic and see what you can do and shit. So I was like, you know what, let me just check it out. And then ever since then, I fell in love with the microphone, and I just started doing my own music.
The one thing I gotta ask you, man, because I'm not gonna get into asking what songs. I know some former or current ghostwriters, man, they don't really like talking about exactly what they wrote. But if you don't mind me asking, man, if you can toss this question out the window, I'm cool with that. I don't mind. Like, what artists did you actually ghostwrite for?
Oh, I can't say. The total disclosure, just because you know what, I always keep my word.
Hey, man, that's your name, Tru
Yeah.
Werdz, right? You know what I mean? So,
Yeah, I gotta keep it. I gotta keep it 100. You know what I'm saying? I just gotta keep it true. You know what I'm saying? I just can't say who I wrote for or nothing like that. But I decided to do it, for myself. So I stopped writing. I stopped writing for the others. So that's just where it went.
hey, man, respect, dude. You know what? I'm the interviewer, so I just gotta ask questions, right? You know what I mean? But I respect
Yeah,
that
yeah.
answer, man. I really
I'm
do.
I'm comfortable. I'm comfortable with anything. You can ask me anything, bro. I'm cool.
But on one thing I do gotta ask, man, you also joined the underground label We Good Entertainment. I have to ask you, how did you get connected with them? And of course, man, how did you end up getting that record deal?
Well, it was funny, man. It was actually I was a free agent, of course, and I was just doing my own promotions. I was doing my own posts. I was just doing my own thing, all by myself, and it attracted We Good Entertainment. They were like, oh, we like the way how you're moving and the attraction that you're getting. I think we could do a lot of good things. Join us. And it took a while. I didn't say yes right away. I did not say yes right away. So it took like a lot of like persuading me. Like, we did things, and it was just like I had to see things for myself to see if it was safe enough for me to do so. Because I was making my own money, and my singles. Every time I threw out a single, I was making like $700 for a single for the first week. I was really hitting it hard. I was getting paid. Independently. I didn't want to get tied up. But the way they presented it to me, everything looked like, all right, fine. I could still make my money with them. So let me just try this. I signed it for like 2 years. It was just 2 years, a 2 year running. And and like all good things, like I said, like all good things come, it goes different ways, man. Everything comes to an end. I ended up being a free agent again, but it was fun. We did a lot of things. We did shows, what I'm saying? We had merch. We did songs, what I'm saying? We had people in South Africa. We had people all over the place that were part of the We Good Entertainment movement.
If you don't me asking you, man, because like you're a very talented individual, man. Like you've done, as you said, ghostwriting. You know what I mean? You've actually been a part of a label. You're an artist. Do you ever think down the line that you actually might decide to create your own like independent record label for yourself, and also sign some other people as well?
Well, yeah, I started thinking about like after this music thing, like when I get a little, to a point that I say, you know what, enough is enough. When I get to that point, I don't know when I would ever get to that point, because when I do decide, oh, enough is enough, I'm always something just always gets me in the mood to write, and then I'm always creating music. But yeah, man, I always thought about managing artists and stuff like that. But nowadays, there's a lot of artists out there. They're really lazy about things. They're not professional about their things. They don't take their music career too serious for me to even to risk anything, to risk myself to do that, to put myself out there, for that person. You know what I'm saying? It's just hard. You know what I'm saying? For me, in order for me, I'm going to tell you the truth. In order for me to manage somebody, they're going to have to hit me up with like 2 songs every month along with 2 videos every month. You know what I'm saying? It just got to be like that. You got to be consistently like working. You got to be consistently serious about your craft in order for me to be your manager. That's just me. I don't know if I'm being picky, but that's just who I am at this moment. You know what I'm saying? Like, I can't risk anything just for anybody,
Oh man, it's completely understandable after all. You know what I mean? You don't want to manage a person that released one single and only has one single for like 2 years. You know what I mean? You yourself, Tru Werdz, has to keep your own image.
Exactly. I wouldn't mind representing somebody that works really hard on their craft. I wouldn't even think twice about it. I would just go all in for that person if they're willing to do that. I mean, if you can create 2 singles and 2 videos every month, I could do the rest. I could take you far because I know you're working, and it's going to show your work ethics. It's going to be undeniable for the viewer's eye. You understand what I'm saying? We're talking about social media as well. Like, if you're professional on social media, you got all your pictures, everything's got to be top-notch quality, because if you have quality music, everything else all around should be quality. You understand what I'm saying? You shouldn't be doing everything everybody else is doing. You know what I'm saying? So, yeah, basically that's the guidelines for me.
And while we're actually staying on the topic of consistency, man, you've also done work with the members of Black Law Rebel Music. And the reason why I tie in the word consistency, because these guys are just dropping fire after fire, man. I'm telling you. But I have to ask you, how did you actually get connected with Black Law Rebel Music?
Well, man, we like I said before, man. I had my We Good Entertainment movement, and then we saw them, and then we just got in touch with each other and stuff like that, man. We decided to do a song. Me and Dope Fresh actually decided to do a song with the We Good Entertainment frying pan, and that's where it led us, you know. Then after the Frying Pan, then we ended up doing songs together, like throughout, like especially me, you know, especially me, you know. But that's how we, you know, we've been kicking it for a long time. We're like practically family right now. You know what I'm saying? That's how it is. You know, we call each other on a personal basis, man. Me and Doe Fresh. You know what I'm saying? That's how it is.
And also in 2015, you actually released your EP titled Tru Werdz of a Ghostwriter. I have to ask you, what's the inspiration behind that phenomenal EP? And of course, is it still available so our listeners can actually snag themselves a copy if they don't already have one?
Yeah, I mean, it's available. Yeah. What really pushed me to Tru Werdz of a Ghostwriter is just the transition from being a ghostwriter to actually doing the work, like on the microphone and actually performing it. That's basically, you know, actually showing the people that I ghost wrote for that I got what it takes. Pretty much inspired me to do that album. You know what I'm saying? Like, yeah, I used to write for you. I don't write for you anymore. It's over. Let's move on. I'm doing it. I'm doing this for me, and I fell in love with the shit, and this is what I sound like. That's basically what it was. As far as that album, the album is, you know, is now on Spotify and everywhere. You can stream music and stuff like that. You can buy it on my Bandcamp as well. Yeah, man, it's really old school. Yeah, I enjoyed doing that album. It was my first album ever, you know, because I used to just make singles and stuff like that. But yeah, it's a great album.
And also, while we're on the topic of, you know, albums and whatnot, you actually released an EP titled Reflections recently. And I have to ask you, where can our listeners actually buy or stream themselves a copy? And of course, man, if you can, tell us a bit more about that EP, because I've listened to a little bit of it, man, and I have to say it is absolutely phenomenal.
Thank you very much. I appreciate that, man. That EP was a transition of a different sound, a different side of me. I just wanted to do something different, a little melody singing and different expressions of situations from doing it by, you know, like doing it by my lonely. By my lonely's a track saying that, you know, I don't really need a team since I don't have a team anymore. I'm a free agent, saying that I don't need a team to do it. And then I'm also showcasing a flirtatious type of rap, or me talking to, you know, my lady and stuff like that. You know, showcasing that I can write about stuff like that. It's a whole different variety of things that I talk about that I usually don't do. I never did before, really. And it's just a different side of me. It's just a whole reflection of what I've been through. Like, it's just, this is what I've been through. This is what I'm giving you because of what I've been through. So all these types of things, you know, coexist because of that. You know what I'm saying? Everything I've been through, everything that anybody put me through, anything that I accomplished and stuff like that is exactly what the EP is about. It's a reflection off of that. You know what I'm saying? If somebody gave me an issue, then I'm reflecting that off of the album. If I make some money and I'm feeling good about myself, then I reflect a song off of that. So it's constantly just a reflection of everything. If I had thoughts, because I got a song there called Thoughts, so it's just the things I met in the audience, like, I'm giving them information on how I'm thinking at times when I'm, like, quiet, or if I'm, like, sitting somewhere and I'm just thinking. That's basically what I be thinking that goes through my mind. You know what I'm saying? So that's just basically stuff like that, man. But you can find that everywhere. Apple, you know, Google, Amazon. You can actually stream it on Spotify, Pandora. You know, you can find that everywhere. Especially my Bandcamp. You can purchase it. You know what I'm saying? But it's a great. I think that EP is one of my favorite projects I ever put out. Even better than Tru Werdz of a Ghostwriter, to tell you the truth. I'm only saying that because I'm more experienced and I can enunciate and pronunciate words better. I know more words. I enhanced my craft in writing. Like, I really got a little better, like way better. So it just sounds better, like, to me. It's just all around better in that sense. You know, you can actually hear the growth in that EP.
And also, at the beginning of this past summer, so June 12th, 2020, you were actually a part of the compilation record, Noah Jones and the League of Villains. I have to ask you, what was it like working on that project? And of course, how did it come to be for you?
Well, I was picked out of a few artists that Noah Jones really thought that had like great potential, when it came to music. So he decided to make a compilation, and he invited me to, to be part of it. And I said, yeah, I'll be part of it. It's no problem. He said, yeah, So I got my own beat, and I got my own, and I did the record, and he loved it right away. He was like, man, I'm going to put this on the compilation. It was dope, and blah, blah, blah. I was like, all right, whatever. But the only criticism I have on that compilation, everything's dope about it. I like all the artists on it. I just don't like just the talking on it. Like, he's like introducing everybody. It's like a mixtape kind of vibe and stuff like that. I'm really not a big fan of the mixtape vibe type thing. You know what I'm saying? I think if it was done like going straight through, it would have been better, and the outcome would have been you would have got more numbers on the streaming side of things. You know what I'm saying? So, but overall, man, all the artists on that compilation, I think they're all dope, and I'm like right now, I have done like some songs with some of those artists. They're gonna be dropping soon, so so it all worked out. I got the chance to get with some artists and do features with them, and actually engage with them and stuff like that, man. So it turned out right, man. Whatever we did there, it was for a purpose, man. We found each other, and now we're making music together. That's basically what's going on now.
Most definitely, man. Especially when you mentioned the talking part of like the mixtape type vibe. A lot of talking as well could also make the listeners, you know what I mean, kind of just get bored of it. You know what I mean? Uh,
Yeah,
some people listen to a record, they want to listen to all the songs through and through, right? Maybe a drop here and there, but after every song, it gets a little stale after a while.
maybe in the beginning, and then at the end, it would have been cool. But throughout every single one, introducing everybody, but it was a choice that he made. You know what I'm saying? But I wasn't a big fan of it. But I'm a big fan of the songs. The songs on there are dope. I like it. You know what I'm saying? I like it a lot. But I just don't like the talking of it. That's about it. But it's true. It gets annoying after a while. The listeners will be like, ugh. Because I got feedback from it. All the people that listen to my music, they hit me back. And they were like, man, it's a lot of talking. It's just, I can't get into it. I was like, oh, but thank you for listening. You know what I'm saying? It's like, thank you for listening. You know what I'm saying? So it is what it is, man. It is what it is.
And also, man, tomorrow, October 1st, you were actually dropping your new project, The Spotlight. I have to ask you, what's the inspiration behind that project? And of course, where can listeners actually buy themselves a copy at midnight tonight?
At midnight tonight, you can get it everywhere they sell music. Actually, Amazon. You can go to Apple Music, wherever wherever the listener buys their music, they can go there. If not, they can stream it on any streaming service like Spotify, Pandora, Tidal, anything like that. But yeah, man, the Spotlight is definitely a song that I enjoy doing because it's just talking about me doing it not for the spotlight. I'm not here to take spotlights. I'm not here to shine over people. I'm not here to say, hey, look at me, I'm rapping. Hey, it's me. I don't need to do all that. I'm not doing it for that. You know what I'm saying? I'm not chasing that spotlight. I just like to kill beats, man. If a beat comes on and I'm feeling that shit, I'm gonna kill that shit. I'm gonna buy that motherfucker. And I'm gonna just kill that beat, man, because that's what I like to do. It's just something that I just love to do. You know what I'm saying? So, yeah.
And I have to ask you, man. So this is the time in the interview that I give a chance because, like, sometimes I miss some things, you know, even when I do my research. So I want to ask you, man. Well, what's next for you? Is there anything I happen to miss? Anything else you still want to promote with our live audience? Will we still have you here worldwide?
Yeah, well, I just want the listeners to not forget about my two new projects that just came out in September. I got that Authentic. It's real boom bapish, man. It's fire. Just listen to the words. The beat is crazy. And I got that little scrappy kind of song called "Ooh Yeah" as well. That shit is fire as well. I'm spitting a little faster than usual, and man, they both fire, man. You can get that everywhere as well. You can go on Spotify, Pandora. You can go ahead and go on Apple Music, wherever you feel comfortable, or wherever you go to listen to music to. You can go ahead and listen to it. They're really dope, man. I really like those two projects, man. I'm really proud of myself when it comes to those two, especially those two.
And Tru Werdz, this is the time in the interview that I give a chance for the individual that comes on the radio station. Just a chance to give shoutouts to whomever they want to give shoutouts to. And of course, man, if you can, drop them social media handles. That way our listeners can follow you and stay updated on everything that you got going on if they're not already doing so.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. I want to say you can find me at Tru Werdz on Twitter. Come follow me there. The real Tru Werdz on Instagram. That's TheRealTruWerdz. And on Instagram and on Facebook, you can go ahead and find my Facebook page under Tru Werdz as well. Yes, sir. And I want to give a shout out to all the MCs that really mess with me and everybody that gives me a chance to showcase my music, man. I really appreciate it. And that goes to Dope Fresh, the Don. You know what I'm saying? I want to give a shout out to him because, we have a lot of history, you know what I'm saying, in the whole Black Law Rebel music. And I want to give a shout out to my homie D Street. I want to give a shout out to Tricky Hayes. I want to give a shout out to the whole Let's Get the Word Out movement. Y'all know who y'all are, man. I appreciate y'all, man. Love y'all. You know what I'm saying? We take care of each other, and that's what matters. That's what matters first. And I want to give a shout out, to God, and I want to give a shout out to my family and everything holding it down with me over here with this pandemic shit. You know what I'm saying? And if I didn't mention anybody, man, I got a lot of thoughts going through my head, man. I give a shout out to everybody that really messes with me, man, that loves my music, that that really cool with me and stuff like that, man. I appreciate y'all.
And I gotta say, Tru Werdz, thank you so much for taking the time out of your busy evening and coming on 97.7 Outlaw Radio FM, man. I hope you have a great night, and most definitely stay safe out there.
Yeah, DJ D. Mortar, man, I appreciate you, man, for having me, man. You're a cool dude, man, and I recommend people to get, to holler at you, man, to get these interviews and stuff like that, man, because you know what? It's hip-hop, man.
That's what I appreciate you, man. I really do, man. I'm just here trying to keep real hip hop alive, man, through the music and interviews, man. I'm just trying to do what everyone else isn't doing. You know what I mean? Everyone wants the likes and views and the controversy. I just want to keep the real hip hop alive, man. I'm sick of that skinny jean bubblegum rap, man.
I hear that, man. I hear that. But, if we all stick together and we keep doing this, man, and we will diminish that, man. It will go away. Trust me.
I most definitely agree, man. 100% on that. Thank you so much, Tru Werdz, and most definitely stay safe out there.
All right, brother. You too, man. Take care.